So I'm thinking that I am disappointed in myself regarding the way I've lived and the priorities I've given to things in my life. I've achieved some things in my life that have meant a lot to me. I'm proud to have done it and happy to have done it. And it was important to me to achieve these things. I'm thinking, however, that I have definitely given the pursuit of sex way too high a priority. I've made it much more important in my life than it should have been. I can't explain why. I mean, obviously, sex feels great. It's a very nice activity. But it is just a thing. It is just a thing that you do, and it gives a lot of pleasure and it's great. But I think it is more, the effect it has is more like the effect an addictive drug has on a drug user. In other words, sex could be seen to be more like taking cocaine. I think that the pursuit of sex is like an addiction. So there is an unhealthy aspect to the way that men regard sex. When I think, I don't remember details now, but when I think of the priority I've given the pursuit of sex in my life, I just can't believe, and I'm disappointed in myself for rating sex so highly in my mind. The energy I put into it and the importance I gave to it just doesn't make sense when I take a step back. And it makes me think that sex is more like an addiction than anything else. It's very automatic, and I think it's unhealthy to have the priority I've given to sex in my life. I find it difficult to explain why the pleasure of sex is quite so important, or has been quite so important to me. Sex is obviously great, but this is what makes me think that the sexual imperative, the desire to have it, and the way it occupies mind, and the way you put energy into it, and planning what you're doing with your time to maximize your chance of meeting a woman and eventually leading to sex. It's definitely not intelligent to be like this. It's different behavior. It's behavior which bypasses the brain, bypasses thinking, and is just about automatic behavior. So I think it is very much like drug addiction. The behavior of men with women and my own behavior with women has been an automatic thing, just like a drug addict pursuing drugs. They want to get that high and they proceed to get it regardless of whatever consequences you have that are negative. The drug is the main thing. And I think for men, the sex is the main thing. And it's obviously nature doing this thing. But men have to be more intelligent about sex, more understanding of what the desire for sex is all about, and how the desire for sex ignores negative consequences that might come from it. The pursuit of sex, in the way men tend to do it, is unhealthy for men. So the sex is the be-all and end-all to an extent for men. And when I think about it, taking a step back, it is amazing that I've given so much priority to sex. I mean, it's great, obviously, but how great is it and what does it cost? What could I achieve and what could I have achieved by putting the energy I put into the pursuit of sex into something else, something more productive and more predictable and more positive in my life? It is basically crazy how much time, effort, and energy I put into pursuing sex. And the thinking time and clubbing and the effort is just amazing when I think about it. And I'm just an ordinary guy. I'm not a sexaholic or anything. I'm fairly ordinary as regards this. It's just that it has had a priority that when I think about it now, I'm not happy with myself for giving sex such a high priority. It's very strange, but it is an automatic thing, it's a biological thing, and we need to apply our intelligence more and control ourselves more as men. We can't go into automatic behavior because the consequences are too negative for us, too much at the time. I think there is hope for men if we can engage our brains, basically, and not just go on autopilot.